We are now streaming live. We should be. So this is going to be the Experience Share Fantasy Critic Draft 2024. We're live streaming this. If any of y'all are not familiar with how this works, basically it's like fantasy football. We're each going to make our own fictional video game publishing company that we are in charge of, and we're going to take turn picking the games that are coming out in 2024 that we want to put on our team, on our publisher, pretty much. The ones that we think are going to score the best throughout the year on Metacritic. Really, it uses OpenCritic, but it's basically the same thing. So, the way that it works, when we draft a game, it's on our team. No one else can take that game. Once someone drafts a game, it's theirs. No one else can have it. And then when reviews go out for the game, you get points. You get 1 point for anything over a 70 on Metacritic or OpenCritic that the game gets, all the way up to 90. Once it hits 90, each point from 90 to 100 is worth 2 points instead of just 1 point. And then if the game gets lower than a 70, you lose points. And then at the end, we're going to counterpick, which means we are going to pick a game from someone else's team that we think either is not going to come out in 2024 or it's going to come out and it's not going to review very well. And that pretty much works the exact opposite of the regular game on your team. So if it scores below, if you counterpick a game and it scores below a 70, you gain points. If it scores above a 70, you lose points. So usually what you're looking for is games that just you don't think are going to come out at all, because that's the safest, typically, if they don't come out at all, and you won't lose any points, and it makes the other person stuck with that game, because when you counterpick a game, it locks that game to that player. They can't drop it. Normally, if a player changes their mind about a game they drafted, they can drop it and pick up something else, as long as reviews haven't started coming out yet for the game. Once reviews start coming out, you're stuck with the game. You can't change it after that. So that's kind of how it goes. There's plenty of videos on YouTube if y'all have never watched one of these that you could check out, and kind of get familiar with what's going on with this. But we're going to get started. I got this over here. This is all of our teams. So playing today, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams here. We've got Steven. We chose randomly the draft order, and Steven got first pick. Steven is representing the publishing company PS Portal Only Games. Say hi, Steven.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
I'm pretty sure they can hear you. Hopefully they can. And then next up, we have Judy. She's representing the publisher All CDs Are Bodacious. Say hi, Judy.
What CDs?
Okay. And then next up, we've got Ankit.
You're just going to ignore me.
Ankit is representing the publishing company. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want. I really games. The caveat to Ankit right now is that he actually had to step away tonight, so he's set up for auto draft. He filled out a wish list, so it should automatically draft for him based on his wish list. Hopefully that actually works out. Hopefully it doesn't just pick the next hype game, because that would be a bummer. Okay, next up, we've got Celeste. On here, it's Allura. She's representing Women Aren't Allowed to Play Video Games, so these scores don't matter. I believe she's talking about her own scores there. Hi, Celeste.
Hello.
Okay. And then I'm Sir Meatwad, Uwu Games. And then we have Hiroshi down at the bottom here. Hiroshi's last pick. He is representing Haha, what's up? It's your boy Video Games.
Video games. Hello.
Yeah. And so also, this works as a snake draft, so it's going to be Steven, then Judy, Ankit, Celeste, me, then Hiroshi. Then Hiroshi gets to pick his second game. Then I pick mine, then Celeste, all the way up to Steven again, and then back down. So, first up, Steven, I think we're ready. You can go ahead and draw first blood. You can talk it through if you want. let us know why you're picking what you're picking, or you don't have to. Totally up to you. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah. So good thing I got first. That's beautiful. Uh, so I've thought about which game I should pick first. I feel like I should pick like a really safe one. I have a lot of games I would like to choose from, but for me, if I had to choose one that I think is going to easily score over a 90, let me see if I can find it. It's probably going to be the Thousand Year Door remake.
So that's what you're
Uh,
picking for your very first position in the draft. You're picking the Thousand Year Door remake.
yeah, even 20 years ago, it scored really well, and I think it's only become more of an actual classic. I mean, it's not even a cult classic anymore. It's a like literal GameCube classic. So I think this remake is going to be done really well. It's slated for 2024, so I definitely think it's going to come out.
Okay, you did it.
Um,
It's locked in. You got it. So that's cool. Had you had you looked up because Mario RPG remake just came out this year. Did you look at what its score currently is on OpenCritic, or did that not factor into your decision?
I had not seen it. I had seen Mario RP. Well, sorry, Thousand Year Doors past Metacritic scores, which were 20 years ago. But they were really good even then. So I mean, I feel like this game has only progressed to be even, you know, kind of better. I mean, people have been wanting a remake for years, so I think this was kind of a safe pick.
I think it is a
Uh,
safe pick. I think that game is going to do well. I don't really think it's gonna get a 90 or higher, but I do think it's gonna do well. I'm expecting probably high 80s personally.
okay,
But I think that's a good pick. I think that's pretty solid. It was definitely on my watch list. Yeah, not bad. Just so you know, I haven't checked OpenCritic, but I did check Metacritic before, and Mario RPG Remake is currently at an 85.
okay,
I do think Thousand Year Door, there's a good chance it will score a little higher than that, but it also might not.
I think
It
so.
also could not because I think if it came out first, it was almost a guarantee that it would score higher than that. But considering we just got Mario RPG Remake and this is a very similar game the very next year, I feel like that might actually hurt it a little.
I kind of disagree. I think it's very not similar. Like they are very different games. The characters and it's a very more fleshed out game than Mario RPG.
Wow.
And I just beat it, so for me, it's more like kind of going back to it. Like Mario RPG was for me was like a 10-hour game. So with Thousand Year Door, this is like way more expansive. I mean, I've played it multiple times, and in my multiple time sessions, I've not even beat the game because the game is so big. But
Yeah.
there's so much. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Oh, well, you know what? Actually, I don't think Mario RPG coming out ahead of it is going to hurt it quite as much. If they had released the first Paper Mario this year, right before it, I think that would have hurt it more, honestly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
because that is more similar to it, but we'll see. We'll see. It's a solid pick either way. I don't think there's any way it's going to score below an 80 at all.
I definitely am.
I think
Totally.
probably an 85 to an 88. But yeah, cool. All right, Judy, you're up next.
Great. For my pick, I want to go for unannounced mainline 3D Mario platformer.
Oh my God, she's doing it.
I'm
Wow.
doing it. I'm
Wow.
doing it.
Wow.
I've always been a Nintendo fan. I always will be a Nintendo fan.
I'm
Nintendo is first in my heart.
I'm honestly not surprised that that is getting drafted, but I am a little surprised that is the second pick of the entire thing. Well, I guess now it comes down to if anyone's brave enough to put it all on the line and counterpick that and say, I don't think that's coming out this year, because boy, if it does, that's pretty much game over for you. Did you lock it in there?
I have to do something?
Yes, you have to pick
Oh.
it.
Oh, I do? Oh, okay.
So there should be a thing that says to like draft the game or something. I don't think it's showing up for me because it's not my turn, but yeah, there should be a thing. And what you're going to do is in the search field, because you're not going to necessarily see it right away. Oh, you got it. There you go. You got it. There it is. Wow, Judy with a brave and potential high payoff move there. Goddamn. Wow. Yeah, if that
I
game
believe
comes
in you,
out.
Judy.
Woo! All right, cool. There we go. Celeste, I believe. No, Ankit is up next. Ankit should auto draft. Let's see if it did it. It did. Okay, Ankit auto
Wow.
drafted, and he got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Not a huge
I'm
surprise
glad.
there. Good.
I am also not surprised.
Okay, heads up. I gotta step away for a bit. I'm gonna set up my list and auto draft, and I'll try to be back before my turn. I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone though.
Well, your turn's coming up here fairly soon, because it's just Celeste, then me, then you.
Okay, I can. Let me think. I can stick around for first pick, but then I gotta dip.
Is it my
Okay.
turn?
Yeah, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
sorry.
Oh. Um. Hmm. I'm gonna be real ballsy and go with Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Oh my God,
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
knew you were gonna do that. I was gonna
Oh, who
draft
would
that
have
myself.
guessed?
But when I saw that you got picked in front of me, I was like, oh my God. If I had to guess anything you were gonna draft, that was gonna be it. Damn it. All
Yeah.
right, it's me. It's Uwu Games. So you think this is the year that Silk Song is gonna finally come out?
Um, it's seeming like so. We'll see. I would hope so.
Okay, let me think here for just a minute. Gosh, there's two games that I think are almost surely gonna score around a 90, maybe higher, but um, I don't know for 100% certainty that they are indeed coming out in 2024. One of them, I think there's a pretty good chance, but I think I'd probably be safe waiting another round or two on drafting it. This other one, I really want to get. I really want to get it. Um, Gosh, this is tough. This is tough. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm taking the Elden Ring DLC, the expansion.
Whoa.
It has not been officially announced for 2024, but I feel like it should be this year. All right, Hiroshi, you're up. If you can draft, you actually have to draft two games, Hiroshi, and then if you need to step aside for a bit, you can.
Okay, sure. Okay. Where's my wish list? Show my watch list. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do this one. Let's see. So I can draft that one. Remakes count, right?
Yeah, if it's on the list and it says it's eligible, it counts.
Okay,
Remasters and
cool. Okay,
ports
there's
don't
one.
count, but remakes and expansions do.
Okay, so we got Persona 3 Reload, and then I'm gonna do my second pick here. Da, 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 da. Okay, second pick.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we're two in
Hell
two side order.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, Hiroshi, you think you're gonna be gone for the night, or are you coming back in a bit?
We'll see. I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone. I'll be back as soon as I can, though.
You like leaving the house?
Yeah, I gotta drive down to Fremont. So
You got oh Jesus Christ, what the hell?
yeah,
Um, can we text you when it's your turn and you can tell us what you want to draft?
yeah, go for it.
Or we could call you and you could tell us.
Yeah, either one of those work.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right,
I don't okay, cool. All right, it's my turn then. All right, I'll talk to you later.
wait, later,
My hero.
later's.
Wow.
That Persona 3. That's a pretty good safe pick. I mean, I
I think
don't know
it's
if it's gonna.
safe. I just don't think it's gonna score in the 90s.
I don't either. It honestly, if they had just included all of the DLC from the PSP, like they should have, I think that would have gone like the whole extra mile. It maybe could score higher, but maybe
I
not much
think
higher, but just
yeah, I think Paper Mario, the Mario 3D platformer, if it comes out, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, maybe. Hollow Knight, definitely, if that comes out. Elden Ring DLC, almost surely, if that comes out. All of those are have a good chance of hitting a 90 plus. I feel like for me personally, maybe Paper Mario and Final Fantasy Rebirth are maybe the two that might just miss a 90. But
yeah. I
but
feel
yeah,
strong. I feel strong about Paper Mario. The more I thought about it, I was kind of hesitant.
usually,
I
though,
won't.
remakes get dinged a little bit for being a remake, and this is
Yeah,
a pretty faithful remake from what it looks like. It doesn't look like they're changing that much. So, if it was a brand new game, absolutely. If that game had never come out before and it was coming out now as it was back then, yeah, that's probably a 90 plus. But because it's
yeah.
a remake that's not going to be changed very much, just like the Mario RPG, I have a feeling it's going to be in the 80s instead.
I'm hoping for at least like a 90. That's kind of my hope.
Okay.
I definitely don't think a 95 or anything,
So
but
I think I know what I want to draft next. And I don't think anyone else is going to pick it. So I'm thinking about waiting about it. The only one I'm really worried about maybe snagging it is freaking on Keat in his auto draft.
yeah.
Because it seems like the kind of thing he would pick to be cheeky. Because, I just get that vibe from him.
Okay.
I really, really want it, but I feel like I could get something else first. And there's so many other ones that, like, I just don't know if they're going to come out this year. Like Hades 2.
Oh, so that was originally going to be my pick, but the more I thought about it, yeah.
All right, we're thinking here. We're
What you
thinking.
thinking?
They can't hear us right now. Thinking. Let me see here. Let's look at our notes. I think I made a little note. Here we go. Yeah. What are my notes here? Ooh, yeah.
You
Hmm.
gotta entertain us. Tell us your thought process. The
I know,
streamers
for
or
real. I
our
know, be
Twitch
the
audience
streamer.
wants to know.
Oh yeah, I'm talking on the stream. Y'all just can't hear me.
Okay.
Oh, snap!
Wow.
Let's see. Let's see. I think this should still be available. It it, it is there. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Do we go with Like a Dragon? Like a Dragon and Hellblade, I feel like are probably two pretty good choices, but I could also, I could honestly also see those getting like low 80s or even high 70s. They could just come out disappointing. I feel like between the two, Like a Dragon is probably the safest. Let's just see what Man Who Erased His Name got. Um, Man Who Erased His Name. Open critic. Let's see. See, that got an 80. Now, this is supposed to be a bigger game than that. Um, so I think it should do at least a little better than that, unless people are just experiencing fatigue. Yakuza Like a Dragon got an 86. I feel like the best you can hope for on this is probably about the same as that score because this was a game that changed things up, Like a Dragon. First one that switched it over to an RPG. So I feel like that is probably about the best that it will do. And I think there's a chance that there might still be some more games out here that might do a little bit better than that. I just don't know for sure if they're going to come out. Gosh. What should we pick here? Hellblade could do it. I've heard good things about Black Myth. Final Fantasy 14 could do well as well. What was the last Final Fantasy 14 expansion? It was Endwalker. Let's see what that one looks like. Ooh, a 93. I might have to go with that, to be honest. I might have to do that. 93. Hmm. I know Final Fantasy has been struggling a little bit lately, but out of what's left, I'm kind of feeling maybe like that has maybe the best chance of hitting in the 90s, aside from the other thing that I want to get. Plucky Squire looks awesome, but I'm a little worried it's going to be a little too ambitious. Hades almost surely is a 90 plus, but we just don't know if it's coming out this year. I'm gonna get Dawn Trail. I'm probably gonna make Celeste mad. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna get. It's a tough one, but I think I decided. Okay,
Thank goodness.
my game has been selected. I went with Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail expansion. So far,
Wow.
so far I
You
have.
do not even play that game.
I said before I did this, I was like, this is probably gonna upset Celeste.
I am upset. I quit.
Hey, I'll trade you for Silk Song.
No.
What
I don't even play Hollow Knight either.
the hell? You're up, Celeste.
Oh.
Both of my picks have been expansions, and I did not even intend that. I was looking at what the Open Critic score was for Endwalker, and Endwalker got a 93.
You're cheating.
Oh, you can do that.
True.
I feel like that the attitude around Final Fantasy 14 has shifted a bit negatively since that game came out. So I think this is probably going to score lower than it. But out of everything that was left, I feel like this has the best chance of getting in the 90s. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep talking.
So when it comes time for Hiroshi to draft, I might call him and just like read off to him the top available ones and have him tell me what he wants. Oh, God damn it, Celeste. You picked what I was gonna pick, and I thought no one else was going to. So I thought I was safe to wait about it. I thought all of the rest of you would be like, oh, that's too boring. I'm not drafting.
Hell yeah.
God damn it, that was gonna be my next pick.
You took my Final Fantasy, so I took your Flight Simulator.
God damn it. You know what? You know what's funny? In the other league that I'm playing, your team is exactly my team in the other league. In the other league right now, those are the two games I have drafted. Boy, I thought there was no way. That's the one that I thought that Ankit might snake from me because it felt like a pick he would take.
No, what Ankit did was break my heart. I made a
Oh,
huge mistake. I made a terrible mistake.
oh, he got Princess Peach. Oh wow.
That Princess Peach. I picked Princess Peach and it was like, you cannot pick a game that someone has already picked. And I was like, what? I'm
Damn.
so mad at myself right now. I made a horrible mistake.
I mean,
I needed to draft my own game. What?
if the Mario 3D platformer does come out this year, it's gonna score way better than that Princess Peach game.
Okay.
Oh man, I am so bummed about missing Flight Simulator. God damn it.
Okay.
I thought for sure I was safe. I thought there was no way y'all were gonna even be looking in that direction. Let's start over.
We can trade Marvel if you really want to.
Honestly, I think I would rather have that than the Final Fantasy expansion. I just thought that there was a chance that someone else would get this expansion and no one else was going to get Flight Sim. But I think Flight Sim is the safer pick.
Dang, Judy.
Hades 2, that's a great pick. That man, you are living on the edge over here. Those are both games that have not officially been announced for 2024 yet.
I'm just so optimistic.
The Mario 3D
Yeah.
platformer hasn't even been announced, period. At least we
I
know
know,
Hades
I
2 is
know.
being worked on.
Yeah.
Well, Hades 2, the early access comes out this year, but usually in the past, they wait like a good long while before they actually officially release it, which is why I chose against it. But Hades 2, if it does come out this year, that's most definitely a 90.
If both of right now, I think if all the games we've drafted come out, I think so. I think Judy is winning right now.
Yeah, yeah.
If everything we
Yeah,
have currently drafted comes out, Judy's gonna win. I think.
but it's a big risk. I go big or go home, and I might be going home.
If they
It's
announce
okay.
if they announce Super Mario Galaxy 3, that would be like slam dunk. That would be like amazing.
I don't think they'll do that. If they do anything like that, it would be
No,
Odyssey
no.
2.
No, probably not. Okay, my turn, huh? Oh,
Your turn twice. You get to pick twice.
it just to kind of go over, how many games are we doing in this round?
Six.
6. Oh, okay.
6 for the
Making
whole
it count.
draft. You're picking 2 right now.
Making it count, huh?
Boy, I am still so
Oh.
upset about Flight Sim.
Hell yeah. All right.
You stabbed me twice, Celeste.
You stabbed me, boy.
Okay, so let me go ahead and pick. This is a game that is definitely coming out this year, and I think is going to score well. Tekken 8. So pick that. And this one's going to be a little bit of a tough one. I have faith in this game. I'm going to pick Dragon's Dogma 2.
Okay.
That looks really good. It looks like such a step up from the first releases of the game. And Tekken 8, I mean, it looks so good graphically. So, I mean, I can't imagine it being a total disaster. I mean, it's Tekken.
Tekken, I think, is going to score decent. I don't know if it's going to score as well as Final Fantasy VI or Mortal Kombat 1, but I think it's going to score decent. Dragon's Dogma, I really don't know. The first game has become kind of a cult hit, but I also kind of feel like maybe Dragon's Dogma 2 kind of missed its release window when Elden Ring came out.
Yeah. It looks great. I think it's probably going to score like 80s at least. somewhere in
Yeah,
the 80s.
I think it could do 80s. It might do low 80s though. If Elden Ring had never come out and Dragon's Dogma 2 came out, I think it would have scored a lot higher.
Possibly, yeah. But okay, those are mine.
You're up, Judy.
Oh, snap. Okay. Um, yeah, snake drafting, I have to take some time to get used to. Here I go. Uh, Waiting for it to refresh. Draft game.
Sorry. I'm still so excited. Burned myself. I burned myself thinking I could wait about Flight Simulator.
I went with Unicorn Overlord because unicorns.
Wow, that's a good one. I think that one's going to do really well as well. I
I
wouldn't be surprised.
I'm super excited about that game. Um, it is a Vanillaware game. I think their games tend to review well. It's honestly one of the games that I'm personally most excited for about coming out this year, but I'm also not terribly confident in what reviews it's going to get.
I mean, art style alone in that game, Vanillaware just does so well. So I think it's going to be
Oh,
good for sure.
looks like
80s
Ankeet
at
picked
least.
Alan Wake 2 expansion, and now it is back to Celeste again. Celeste, you gonna stab me in the heart again?
Please.
Yes.
All right, hopefully she doesn't. I don't want to say it out loud just in case one of them is watching, but I got something in mind that I'm hoping she doesn't pick. Let's see here.
I think I will go with Prince of Persia.
That's a really good pick, actually. I think I'm very excited about that game this year as well. Can
Yeah,
I
y'all
was
did it
hear
thinking
stab
them?
your
that
heart?
too. Sorry,
Y'all
go
can hear
ahead.
them as well, not just me, right?
I was asking Marvel if I stabbed his heart again.
No, I think that's a good pick, but that's not the one that I'm wanting to pick here in the next couple. Okay, you can hear all of
Oh,
us.
okay, okay,
Amazing.
okay.
Fantastic. I'm actually just happy you picked that one in a way because I don't know. I mean, does that mean that you're kind of interested in that game personally, or are you just picking it just because you think it's a good pick?
I'm picking because I thought it would stab your heart.
Oh wow. Wow, okay. Gloves are off.
I'm salty about Final Fantasy, I'm sorry.
Okay, I grabbed like a dragon. Um Infinite Wealth. Oh wow. Hey, it looks like Hiroshi set up his auto draft maybe? Maybe it worked. He
I
got
think
Rise of
so.
Ronin and Black Myth Wukong, and now it's back up to me again. Those were not the next two highest, were they?
I don't know, but I know Rise of the Ronin is anticipated for sure.
Yeah. I want to watch next time to see if it's just drafting the next hype. But let's see. Yeah, I was wanting to get that like a dragon. I just didn't want to say it in chat because I didn't want her to snake it from me. All right, here. So honestly, these top three that are available here, I think, are all potentially really good picks. Hellblade, Plucky Squire could really be good, but I'm just worried that it might be trying to bite off a little more than it can chew. What did that team make before that game? Let's see. Plucky, Squire, developer. What else have they made? All possible futures. What else have they made? It's Devolver Digital, which is typically good. Before combat, okay, Turner was designer for Game Freak, directed Harmonite. Harmonite, I know is liked pretty well. Sort of Ditto. I don't know about that one. I don't know how good that one was. Okay, Harmonite. How well did Harmonite review? I don't think it's like setting the charts on fire, but I think it did okay. 73. Okay. So I think we'll probably stay away from that one. But Metaphor could do very well as well. The main thing that kind of scares me away from that one a little bit was it Soul Hackers 2? That one came out and didn't do too well. That might be a completely different team though. I think this is made by the people who did Persona 3 and a few others. What else we got? Let's look a few pages in. I'm really thinking about Mina the Hollower. I'm just not sure it's coming out this year, but I think that's a really good one to pick. Metroid Prime 4, I just don't think there's enough info on it yet about whether it's coming out. Football Manager would be a good safe pick, probably. Penny's Big Breakaway could be good. Let's see. Replaced looks really cool. Let's see. MLB The Show could be a nice safe pick. How did MLB The Show 23 score? An 81. Okay, not as high as I would have hoped. So maybe we'll hold off on that one till a little later. Let's see. Pepper Grinder looks cool. Do. Shantae. Gosh. Don't know of like, nothing's really jumping out at me yet as an obvious must grab. Wow, Foam Stars is down here. Should we just go with Hellblade? Maybe we should just go with Hellblade. I'm kind of leaning towards that, to be honest. I know there's a lot of expectation in Hellblade now. Oh, there's expectations for that game are through the roof. So I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm a little bit worried about it coming out and being solid, but not like knocking it through the roof. Kind of like a Starfield situation where it comes out and it's like, a good game, but just not one that's meeting the sky high expectations that everybody has for it. I'm a little bit worried about something like that because they are or were a smaller studio. Hellblade 1, I think, did pretty good. Let's see. I think it was like a mid 80s. I think this will do better than that. 80, okay. We might go with this. I think we're going to go with this. It's between that and maybe Metaphor. We're going to do Hellblade. All right, I'm drafting Hellblade. It's
Oh my god.
little risky, but just because I think
Definitely.
expectations
Guys, that's a
for
good
it
counter pick.
What's that?
That's a good counter pick, guys. Counter pick that one.
Yeah, go ahead
It's
if
gonna
you
be like
really want
Redfall.
to. Yeah, I think it's probably going to do well. I just think expectations for it right now are kind of through the roof, and that might work against it a little bit. That expectations might just get so impossibly high on it. The game that came out, the first one, scored pretty well. It's got an 81. I think this should get higher than that, but I don't know. I'm a little worried it might try to be a little too ambitious for itself. And expectations are just huge on this game right now. So sometimes the game can kind of crush itself under its own weight. So I don't know.
It is slated for 2024 though, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't think
Have
there's
they
any
showed
way.
gameplay?
Yeah, they've showed gameplay multiple times. I don't think there's any way that it's not coming out this year. I'm just a little worried. Um, yeah,
Counterpick it, guys. Counterpick it.
I think. I mean, go for it. I would actually love it if someone did because I think that's a really bad call. But go ahead. I think you're up, Celeste.
Um,
One thing you got to understand about most of the people, well, a couple of the people in this is they're like diehard kind of Xbox haters, just partly as a joke. I'm absolutely not one of those types, but I adore my Series X. But Steven, I guess, out of everyone in here, is the one that's the most kind of trolly about it.
okay, quick question. In the order that we pick our games, so like the top game on my list is what I think would be rated the highest.
Ideally, you're trying to look like you're trying to prioritize games that you think are going to review the highest first. It doesn't matter if one of your games you pick later actually winds up reviewing higher than one of your earlier picks. That doesn't matter at all. But just strategically speaking, it's best to grab the games first that you think are going to score the highest before someone else gets them. Like you should be drafting the games you think are going to score 90s before the ones you think might score a high 70 or a low 80. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so either way, it's just gonna uh sort itself in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Okay.
order doesn't really matter aside from making sure you grab what you want before someone else does.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the order is more about like if you think if you think a game will do really well, but you don't think everyone else will think that it'll do really well, you don't want to waste an early pick on it
Right, like
because
me
you want
with
to pick the
freaking
things.
Flight Simulator.
Okay, well, I am gonna go with Little Nightmares 3. I don't really know how the second one was, but the first one I've always heard like very positive feedback.
I think both of the first two got pretty good reviews. It looks like on Keith drafted Earthblade, which I don't know anything about. And now it is Judy's turn.
Oh, snap. Okay. I am
Little Nightmares 2 has an 82, by the way, Celeste, so that's probably a pretty good pick. At this point in the draft, it's going to be hard to find like a game that you're expecting to score a 90. Right now, we're looking at 80s, which is why I think Hellblade is actually a very good pick for when I did, because I do think there is a pretty decent chance it will score in the 90s. But I think unless it disappoints, it should be at least a high 80s.
Hmm.
I'm going all Mario all the time.
Oh my God. What do you mean? That's two Marios. All right, Steven, it is you. Judy picked Mario versus Donkey Kong Remake.
Okay. I have a couple.
Celeste will win because women always win. Celeste, is that you in the Discord? Is that you in the chat?
I think I'm gonna pick some indie games.
Who's Moon Bun Bun?
So
Are you
I've been wanting to put this on the list, but I don't think anyone was gonna put it.
Celeste is very good.
I'm gonna put
She's
Animal Well for
Celeste is a
this.
pro gamer.
The guy's been working. I don't know if you guys know about the game. It's a game that Donkey's studio picked up
Yeah,
Big
I know
Mode.
about Animal Well. I think that it's going to be a good game. I think that's a good pick as long as it actually does come out this year. I think that's a
I
good
think,
pick. I definitely
yeah,
had
I
my
think,
eyes on it.
yeah, I think it's going to do really well. I don't think it's going to do 90s, uh, but I know the guy has been working on it for like 5 years or something
Yeah,
like that.
it could hit a 90. It is one of those that could surprise people and score like a low 90s, but I'm expecting maybe mid 80s, maybe at the lowest, maybe low 80s. Anything below that, I think, would be a disappointment for what people are expecting from that game.
Right. Let's do another pick. I think this one, there is no release date, but it is slated for 2024. It's going to be Mina the Hollower. It's Yacht Club's new
God damn
game.
it. I was going to grab that one. You son of a monkey.
Yeah. I think just knowing Yacht Club's status, it's especially with Shovel Knight,
Those are
this
two
is going
good
to be fun.
pickups. I think those are two really good pickups. I was looking at both of those. Between the two, I was definitely leaning more towards Mina the Hollower because it looks like it absolutely could be a 90s scoring game.
Yeah,
The
I
only
agree.
reason I hadn't picked it earlier is because I'm not confident it's coming out this year.
Hopefully it does.
There's
Hopefully.
a chance it could because there was a pretty substantial demo that they put out for like developers and or industry people, I believe. But and apparently it's extremely difficult. But yeah, the only reason I didn't pick it yet was because I just don't know if it's coming out this year. But wow, yeah, those are two really good picks.
Okay. So my
Oh,
turn's ended.
it
Judy
looks
already
like
went.
Judy picked Stalker: Heart of Chernobyl, another game I don't really know about. Do you have anything to say about that one there, Judy?
Let me make sure I'm not saying something wrong or um stalker sure. Um yeah, I just wanted to support Ukraine. That's all.
That's why you picked that? Okay.
That's very based.
All right, who's next?
Well, and then it looks like on Keith's auto draft was Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and now it is back to Celeste. I probably was going to draft Mina the Hollower this turn, honestly.
Dang, I was kind of thinking about drafting Grand Blue, but of course it was taken away from me. Um, I'm gonna go with Hyper Light Breaker.
That's probably a good one. That's probably a good pick.
Damn. That was one I was thinking about putting on too. God damn it. That's a good
Yeah,
one. I
you should have got that instead of Mina the Hollower.
hell no. I the only reason I didn't put on there was because it's a little dodgy. Like considering that they're moving away from the 8-bit style, it could not do so well, but considering the track record of the studio, I think it's going to be okay. But man,
Oh
yeah, that's a
man,
good one.
it's getting tough. It's getting tough here. It's getting tough. Visions of Mana could be good. We're looking low 80s at this point. So I feel like at this point is a good potential time to pick up something like Football Manager. Um, what else we got here? Rise of the Golden Idol. That might Penny's Big Breakaway could be decent. Although I feel like I've heard a little bit of iffy things about that one. I don't know anything about Banishers. Who's chatting in here? 826. What am I missing? Don't know what I missed. Okay, that's fine. What else? What else? What else? Replaced. Replaced is still there. Replaced is still there. Let's see the info on replaced. Replaced. Sad Cat Studios. What else have they made? Is this their first game? Is there a Wikipedia page for this? What else has this team made? What else have they made? Hmm. Let's see what Steam says. Sad Cat Studios. Related to Pizza Tower. Oh, it's this looking one. This does look pretty cool. Let's see. What games has Sad Cat Studios made? I think looks like this is probably their first game. Um, but the people in it, I'm sure, have made other games. It's an interesting one. Let's see. Here we go. These are the two founders. Let's see. Oh wow, does not exist. Yikes. Poland. Well, don't know about this one. Could be replaced. God darn. God darn. This guy's gone. Um, should we do replaced? What else can we do? What else is on here? Pepper grinder could be an interesting one. Baby steps. Factorio, maybe. Let's see. What else are we looking at here? Call of Duty. There's no way that thing's coming out down there. Kingdom Hearts 4. Wow. Okay. Probably not on that one. God darn. Yeah, this is getting a little tough.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Should I
Did
just
you
get
pick
meta?
something?
What's that? Oh, Brittany's watching us in the Twitch chat. Hey,
Have
Brittany.
Have you picked something yet?
No, I'm having a hard time
Oh
figuring
my
out what I want
God,
to pick.
Brittany,
Yeah.
roast him. I don't know what he's saying.
Brittany roast him. Brittany roast him.
Rise of the Golden Idol. Who's making that? Let's see. I think this is a point and click like adventure game. I think I've heard good things about this one. This is Color Gray Games. What else have they made? Oh man, basically nothing. Gosh, we are really getting tough here. What did Football Manager 23 get? I might just be boring. 23, you know what? Open Critic. I think that scored very well. 83. 83 is not bad. We might have to go with that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with this. One of these two, but I think I'm leaning towards Metaphor. Okay, I'm gonna get Metaphor, and then I'm gonna see if Hiroshi's next two picks are Frostpunk and Plucky Squire. If they are, then I don't know if it's he may just have it set to auto draft the next highest. All right, we're grabbing this one. Okay, I picked the game. I picked the game, and then let's see
Wow.
what Hiroshi picked.
World of
Hiroshi got
Go.
oh, okay. Hiroshi got Visions of Mana, which I was also thinking about a little, and World of Goo too. So Hiroshi is going by his watch list. It is not just picking the next hype game. I made a note of that before picking mine, what the next two hype ones were. So it's back to me again. Great. One, two, three, four. This is my last game. This is my last pick.
Hell
Boy, it
yeah.
sure would be nice to be grabbing Flight Simulator right about now.
Yeah, it would.
All right, what are we looking at here? Oh, what do we have some faith in? What do we have faith in? Penny's Big Breakaway might be okay. I honestly think Stellar Blade looks pretty bad. Uh, Rift of the Necro Dancer, I don't know, maybe. Uh, what else we got? Gosh. Is Factorio on Metacritic? It is, and it has a 90. That could be a good one to pick. It only got 8 reviews, though. That's the crappy part. I'm worried that it's not going to get enough reviews. MLB The Show is a decent pick, but I think 23 only got an 81, which is probably too low for what it is, honestly. But I guess fair enough that they do make the games every year. But um, Pepper Grinder looks very cool. Gosh. What else? What else? Let me see if I have any notes here. Shantae could be an okay pick. Um, Gosh, all that I have left on my list is Deca Police replaced and the new Leighton game. Those were the last ones that I had. Um, Let me just check something. New Professor Layton game. When is that coming out? Oh, this says 2025. Okay. So that's not coming this year. So we don't have to worry about that one. So Deca Police were replaced. Is about it, unless we really want to pull something unexpected out. Deca Police game. What we got with that? Level 5. Level 5. Level 5. Now this has been delayed. Level 5. They make good games. What games have Level 5 made? This might be what we grab. This might be what we grab. Level 5 games. What else have they made? Dark Cloud. Oh, they are the Professor Layton Yokai Watch. Nino Kuni. Snack World. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know about that. Just kind of hoping a little Rogue Galaxy. Uh, Gem Art. I mean, these are good games, but they're not like high 80 scoring games, you know? And they do have some misses here, like White Knight Chronicles. Wow, it's a tough one. Gosh. Yeah, their track record isn't quite as standout as I was kind of thinking it was. Um, Gosh, what else could we get? This is our last pick. This is our last one. Harold Halibut. How World. The Haunted Chocolatier. Boy, if only that was coming out. Arc. Nazi 9 remake. What else might be coming out that hasn't been announced that I feel like might happen? Judy already snatched up the 3D Mario game. Let's see. Ooh, Demon School. That I think is going to be a cool game, but I just don't know how well it's going to review. Should I just go with Plucky Squire? Should I? God, I'm just so worried that that's too ambitious for its own good. That's really the thing with that one. It looks amazing, but you know what? At this point, maybe I should just go with it. Rip to the Necrodancer might be another really good pick. Or Penny's Big Breakaway. The safe pick here would be like Football Manager or MLB The Show. We're gonna go with Plucky Squire. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yep. I think this is a bad choice. I think this is gonna get a 75 to 80. I guess I could always drop it as long as it doesn't get counterpicked, though. Gosh. All right, we're doing it. Okay, I got the Plucky Squire, so it is up to Celeste now.
Wow, thank goodness.
Okay, getting rough now. It's hard to pick. If I was hoping to get Flight Sim or Mina the Hollower at this point, but how you doing, Brittany? How are you doing tonight? You still here? Seeing everybody's teams. To be honest, I'm not like super thrilled on my team. I think it's okay, but I'm not super duper thrilled on it. Most of the games that I wanted the most got snatched up. Elden Ring is probably the one that I'm most happy about, but
So it's Celeste's pick?
we still haven't even
I'm
heard a
gonna go
confirmation
with
that that's coming
Silent
out
Hill
this year.
2 Remake.
What are you getting?
Silent Hill 2.
That's what you want to get?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little worried about that one personally.
And I got Rift of the Necrodancer just because I like that game. I liked Crypt of the Necrodancer, even though
Yeah.
it's really hard.
I think that was a good pick. I considered that one briefly as well.
All right, my pick. Is this my last one?
This is your last one, and then we do counter picks, and I don't know if it starts at the bottom or at the
Hold on,
top. If
let's
it
see
starts
here.
at the bottom, I'm gonna have to call Hiroshi and find out what he wants to counter pick.
Let's see. I'm just trying to think if I want to do something a little safe or kind of risky.
When I look at everyone else's teams, though,
Well, I guess
it's
well,
just it's just
well, I
this
guess we're
year,
still
honestly.
counterpicking.
Looking
So
at everyone else's
I was gonna say,
teams,
like, tell us
I
what
think
you're
mine
choosing
doesn't look
between.
quite so
Tell
bad.
stream what you're choosing between because it'll be fun, and you don't have to worry about anyone
I think
picking it.
Steven's team looks
But I
very
guess
good.
there's always
I won't even
counterpicking.
lie. I think his team looks very solid.
Or like potential like future picks as
Oh, I
well.
guess that's
Judy's, if
true.
these top
Oh
two games
man,
actually come out,
Yeah,
she
I
might win
know.
everything, honestly. Um, Celeste's team looks. Oh no, this is on Keith. On Keith's team looks pretty good. I don't know enough about Earthblade.
Let me just check something real quick.
Celeste's team looks good. Aside from Silent Hill, I'm worried that that game's going to come out and be uh, a little on the more mediocre side, and people are going to absolutely uh, crucify it because hopes are so high for a
Well, just
Silent
checking
Silent
Can I
Hill 2
talk to
remake.
stream? Even though I can't see if they're saying anything.
Yeah, you can absolutely. When you're talking right now, they can hear you. You can talk out loud all you want, for
Hey,
sure.
what's up, stream? Wolfie, are you still there? Well, I mean, I have no way of knowing if you're still there, but if you're still there, look at my name and I'm gonna ask you what CDs?
There you
Wait,
go. There's Judy's name.
Judy.
All
What?
CDs are
What?
bodacious.
There is a way. So if Marvel's not talking on stream,
Uh-huh.
there is a way where you can pop out the chat. So you can have chat open, but not the stream open.
Oh, but I don't want to do that because what if chat is talking about what Marvel? Well, I guess.
Oh yeah,
I
that
could
is
just tell you.
true.
So Brittany has not responded. I
Oh,
messaged something to her. I messaged something to her earlier, and she didn't respond either. So I think she stepped aside or something.
Okie doke.
Okay, hold up. All right. Where is it at? I was gonna choose this one particular game, but I don't know if it's gonna come out in 2024. It's probably gonna come out in 2025. This is a little risky just because it got delayed. Hold up. Uh-oh. Let me refresh my page.
I can't. I think Steven might have the best team, honestly. I'm not totally sold on how well Dragon's Dogma is going to score when it comes out.
What the heck?
That's probably the main thing on his team so far that I'd be a little. But I think everything else here is probably going to be at least an 80. At
Oh,
least.
there we go. For some reason, the site was taking forever.
The only thing that I would be a little worried about with his team is I don't know if there are any 90 pluses here. Mina the Hollower could,
I'm gonna give this a
maybe
try.
maybe even Paper
Stellar
Mario
Blade.
or Dragon's
Always had a feeling
Dogma,
I'm gonna do that, but
but I don't know.
I think
Stellar
it's
Blade.
gonna come out in 2024,
Oof.
probably late 2024. I mean, it's being published by Sony, so that's kind of a good sign that I mean, they see some potential in it.
Yeah, just like Forspoken.
Yeah, just like Forspoken. So we'll see how well. I mean, look, Xbox saw a lot of potential in Redfall, and that didn't do so well. But we'll see. I'm hoping it does at least like
See what I
80.
mean? Always has
80s.
to come back out after
I don't think
Xbox.
it's going to do like incredibly well, but I think it's going to be at least kind of interesting. It's definitely my riskier pick, like the riskiest pick. So I feel good
Well,
about it.
we're at that point in the process though where, there's not as much left. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, so Hiroshi did counterpick. He counterpicked the Silent Hill 2 remake. I don't know how he set it up to do that, but he did counterpick.
He's
Wow.
based.
Wow. To be honest, that might have been what I was going to counterpick. I think Silent Hill 2 is a phenomenal game, but I think that this remake is going to be a little mid, and I think that because expectations are so high that this remake is going to get absolutely crucified because of it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
All right, well, what am I going to counterpick? Let's see. Let's see. What are these games? I'm gonna kind of give my little thought process out loud here, I guess. I'm looking at all these games. Which ones do I think have the best? First of all, I'm going to look for the ones I think have the best chance of maybe not coming out. Hades and 3D Mario Platformer are probably two of the highest contenders for maybe not coming out in 2024, but they are also two of the highest contenders for scoring the absolute best out of the entire year if they do come out this year. Um, what else we got? I don't know enough about Hyper Light Breaker to know if that, like, how far along that is or how for certain that is that it's coming out this year. I think if it does come out, it probably will do very well. Let's see. I don't know. I guess I could see maybe World of Goo 2 not scoring great. I could also see Persona 3 not scoring amazing, but yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of obvious counter picks, to be honest. Let's see here. What other games did the World of Goo people make? 2D Boy. Hmm. Damn, I think I totally would have done Silent Hill. Maybe Pacific Drive. What about Earthblade? What game is even this? Oh, it's like a 2D pixel art side scroller game. Oh wow. Okay. No. I think that game's gonna do very well. Oh
I
God.
really like
Okay.
World of Goo. You
Huh?
never played World of Goo?
I never played World of Goo. No. I'm
Oh,
looking at Earthblade though. I'm looking at Earthblade right now. I was like, what is this
okay.
game? I don't know about it. And I saw it and I was like, oh, it's like a 2D pixel art game. And then I looked up what the people had made as well. There's no way I'm counterpicking Earthblade. Apparently, it's being made by one of the lead designers of Celeste.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm not not counterpicking that. No, I never did play World of Goo. I know it was like a PopCap Games game. Pacific Drive, I could see maybe coming out and not setting the charts on fire. I don't know anything about Stalker 2. Maybe I need to look that up. I could also see Stellar Blade coming out and just being really kind of a mess. What are we thinking here?
oh, by the way, um, if you look at uh uh, set auto draft, it says if auto draft is turned on for counter picks, the game with the highest counter pick percentage site wide will be chosen.
Okay, so that's
So
probably why it picked Silent Hill 2 then.
yeah, so it just picked the game with the highest percent counter
Well,
pick
it
site
screwed
wide
me because now I don't know what I should pick.
because that's what you were gonna counter pick.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I still can't believe I didn't pick. I should have picked Princess Peach first.
Uh, well, I mean, I think the Mario game has a much if it comes out, it's gonna score way higher. But
I don't have Peach on my roster. I have to return my dress. Actually, don't listen to me. Everybody else listen to me. Marvel, you decide.
It's tough. It's tough. How have the Grand Blue Fantasy games scored in the past? Stalker 2. Stalker. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. Stalker Metacritic 82. Gosh. Gosh. Oh man. I don't want to vote against Unicorn Overlord because I want that game to be good. So I don't want to be split on that. God damn, we should have. I'm starting to feel like we should have drafted 7 games. This is too hard for a counter pick. I might just do World of Goo. I don't know. I think I might counterpick World of Goo too, just because I don't know what else to pick. What are you thinking? World of Goo 2? That seemed like a good pick. Hollow Knight Silk Song, I think it's too risky that game's coming out. Rift of the Necro Dancer, I don't know, maybe? Visions of Mana, maybe? I'm going World of Goo. Okay, I got my counter pick. I did World of Goo too. So it is now up to Celeste to do your counter pick.
Okay, so counter pick is me choosing what I think is gonna do bad from someone's list.
Yes, what you think out of all the games that other people have on their teams that have not already been counterpicked, which one do you think is either going to do the worst or maybe just not come out this year?
Okay. Um,
It's tough.
what were you saying about Dawn Trail?
Oh, you which one's Dawn Trail? Oh, the Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What was I saying about it? I was saying that the game that came out before this scored really well. It got a 93, but I feel like the attitude around Final Fantasy 14 has shifted a bit recently, so I'm a little worried that it's not going to score as well as that. I think it'll probably still score at least the mid 80s, but I'm not so confident it's going to be a 90s this time. Is that what you meant? It's hard. I think we should have drafted 7 games. There's just not enough good counter picks. But I mean, I guess the good part about that means that we're all going to be in roughly the same shape. we all might wind up counterpicking games that score in the 80s, or at least all but a couple of us might. So that'll at least equalize it a little bit. The best thing to try for is typically to find a game you think is not going to come out. But the problem with those games this year is it's stuff like Mario 3D Platformer, where if it does come out, that's suicide for your team. What are you thinking, Celeste? Oh, I think she's still here. She's not saying anything. She's probably not saying anything because she's looking through. Did you say something, Celeste?
I'm thinking, boy.
Okay, okay.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, Ankit's
You
back.
stole my Princess Peach!
Ankit, take a look at your team. You got a pretty good team. Hey, you should take auto draft off so that you can choose your own counter pick.
Counterpick.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
Celeste,
I've
don't
been
pick your
following
counter pick
along.
yet.
Let's see.
I'm gonna
I
turn it.
Auto
can't
draft
believe
is off.
I should have picked Princess Peach first.
You should have.
I made a huge mistake. I'm so ashamed.
I feel kind of bad about it.
No, you don't.
Like, kind of. Like, the hype score of how bad I feel about it is like a 10, you know?
Should I wait for Ankit to change his thing?
Ankit, did you turn it off of auto pick yet?
Yes, it's off.
Refreshing. Yes, his auto pick is off, so you can go ahead and pick yours, and then he should be able to manually choose his counter pick.
Okay. So, counterpick. I would get points for it if it scores under a certain amount.
You get points for it if it scores under a 70. I don't think that's very likely with any of the games anybody has drafted. I think all of these are going to probably score over 70. So, what you're mostly trying to do is mitigate the damage. You're mostly trying to pick a game that you think is going to is going to get the least amount of points, or that is just not going to come out at all. The other strategic part to it is that you are making sure that that person cannot drop that game no matter what. So if you think it's not coming out, it sticks them with it and they waste a spot on their draft. Or if you think it's going to score a little mid and maybe later on they decide, you know what, I think this is going to score mid, I'm going to drop it and switch it for someone else. They can't because you counterpicked it. So you might get lucky and make points out of your counter pick, but I don't think that's terribly likely. It could happen. If it scores lower than a 70, that will happen.
I am going with Mario versus Donkey Kong.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes.
It's because like when it was announced, it didn't really seem like a lot of people were too excited about it. So,
Okay, I don't
yeah, I
think
don't know.
that's the worst counter pick ever based on what the options are,
Yeah.
but counter picking a Mario game ever is kind of rough.
I hate Mario.
Okay, so Ankit's up?
On Keat, you
Okay.
can counterpick now, and you get you know how that works and everything. You good?
Yeah, I think um is a good refresher. I
So
just don't know. Like, there's a lot of good games here, so I don't want to bet against the indie games just because, like, you never know when an indie game is just not going to do that well.
that's good. Then you want to bet against it if it's not going to do well.
I just feel bad betting against indie games. That's all.
Listen, these developers are never going to know that you did that.
But I will. All right, let's see.
What indie game are you thinking of betting against?
Well, I had Hyper Light Breaker on my list. Looks like Celeste got that one.
Yeah.
So there's Little Nightmares. And then there's Animal Well.
Okay.
You never know with like I don't know. This is
What
tough.
what about Animal Well and Little Nightmares is making you consider those?
Just like if the hype scores are already like as low as they are and they're coming out fairly soon, um just, maybe the marketing timing happens to be bad and it just doesn't get like the acclaim that it needs until like way later. I feel like that's more likely to happen with an indie game than a bigger title.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, I guess, but I feel like Little Nightmares is a pretty well-known series at this point, and Animal Well is being published by Video Game Donkey, so there's no way that that's gonna fly under the radar.
Hmm.
But I mean, there's not a great pick. There's not a great counter pick on here, to be honest. So
See what this thing says. Oh, when I go to the thing. Oh, okay. Sorry, wasn't loading the options at first in the counter pick list. Got it now though.
how well did
Mina
Trials?
the Hollower is the one I'm looking at now. Is this a Kickstarter game?
Yeah, it is.
It might be. It's made by Yacht Club Games, though.
Okay, that's gonna be my pick. I hope it does
Oh
well,
God.
but
Oh God.
The only thing about that game that would make me ever consider counterpicking it is that I'm not confident that it's coming out in 2024.
interesting.
So if it doesn't come out in 2024, then that is an amazing counterpick. But if it does come out in 2024, I think that game might totally blow people away.
Yeah, there's just a lot of good options on here, or a lot of good games that we've picked here.
Yeah, you know the team that's making Mino the Hollower, like the game that they're famous for?
What?
Shovel Knight.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Which is
I
a
made my
very,
pick.
very, it's a very different style of game. So, they're shifting in a completely different direction. They might not be good at making this kind of game, you never know, but I'd be pretty surprised.
What is that game that is what's the developer called? Manny Makes Games? The Celeste developer?
Super okay games or something like that. But yeah,
Is
Maddie
that what they're
something or
called?
other. Yeah, that is who drafted that game? Oh, Earthblade. Earthblade is being made by them.
Oh, I think did I draft that one?
You drafted it, yeah. I looked it up because I was like, what is this game? And I was like, oh, scheisse. It's made by the Celeste people. Never mind. I'm not
Right?
counterpicking that.
But again, it is one of those other things like or it's like maybe this style shift that they're doing with this game, I think the gameplay is markedly different from Celeste, and so they might fudge that or something.
Yeah. Also, do we know, has it been like actually announced for 2024 or is that like speculation?
I think it was announced for it, but there's no firm date yet, or
Okay.
no
Well,
like firm time of year or anything either.
Judy, it is up to you to counterpick. Yeah, I don't know. This is tough. If you find any that you think might not come out this year, that's probably your best route. But yeah, good luck.
Draft counterpick. Game, no options. Okay, no, I just had to wait. I picked Pacific Drive.
Okay.
This was a spite counterpick.
Really?
Oh,
Wow. Okay, now
All
it's up
right.
to Steven to take his counterpick. Why don't you put your money where your mouth is there and counterpick Hellblade 2, why don't you?
I'm there. I'm going to counterpick you. You need one.
Yeah, you should
Gonna-
counterpick my Hellblade 2. I think that would be the wisest decision. Oh man, I hope you do counterpick me. I would love to be your downfall.
All right. Cool. Done.
Who'd you get? Who'd you get? Let's see. Who'd you
I
counterpick?
I
Oh,
counterpicked you
metaphor. What? Why would you counterpick? Okay. All right. I think that's a decent counterpick. I'm just surprised that's what you chose, but I think that's a decent
because
counterpick. It's an
I
unknown
think
game. It's a
Hellblade.
brand new IP.
I think Hellblade will come out. My hope is that it gets slated for early 2025.
What?
But
Metaphor?
yeah, but because it's coming out so late.
Is it coming out late in the year, Metaphor?
Yeah, it's coming out like fall of 2024. So I think you typically Persona, like it's made by the Persona team, and while that's really cool and all, if it turns out to be kind of like a Persona clone, then I don't think it's going to do that hot.
I think if it's a
They,
Persona clone, I actually think it'll do very, very well. The thing that makes me a little hesitant on it is the way that what was that game that came out? A Soul Hacker 2 or whatever that was pretty mid with reviews.
I don't know, but there has been Persona clones. Like there's the game called the Caligula Effect or whatever it's called. It's done by a different publisher, but
Yeah, Atlas, the Persona people didn't make that though. This is being made by the Persona people.
they could be over their heads. They think they know everything. You know,
Okay.
maybe
We'll see.
maybe
I think your best bet on that one is that maybe it gets delayed. What was the game I'm thinking of? That Soul Hacker 2, the game it just came
Soul
out like
Hacker.
it
Yeah,
just came out
that's
like last
SMT.
year or the year before and it like scored real mid. That's the only thing
Yeah,
that was making me hesitate about Metaphor, honestly.
I think I'll do okay, but my real hope is that it gets slated for 2025.
That's definitely the best hope there. Yeah. Mina the Hollower might get delayed. We are good though. We have our teams. How's everyone feeling about their teams? I know Celeste or Judy really is feeling pain over missing Princess Peach Showtime, but other than that,
I feel
how's
the
everyone
pain.
feel? What'd you say?
I'm just feeling the pain.
Who's
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. How's everyone feel about their team? I think my team is pretty good. As long as all the games come out. I'm really hoping Elden Ring actually makes it out. Um, the one that I'm the least certain of probably is the Plucky Squire. Um, the team that making that made like Harmonite before, which was like a mid 70s game, and this game seems extremely ambitious. So I'm just thinking maybe they're biting off more than they're ready for.
Yeah. I feel good about my list. I feel like I had a bit of everything, which was good. Like I had first party AAA titles, and then I had indie games, and then I had one really risky pick. So, you know, I'm hoping it turns out in my favor. Knowing how drafts go, I don't think it's going to. Usually doesn't really go in everyone's favor typically anyway, but
Well,
uh
now that the draft is over, you could just go in right now and start bidding on games. Just keep in mind that you only have $100 to bid, and that has to last you the entire year. And the minimum amount you can bid on a game in order to pick it up is $1. If nobody else bids on that game that week, you will get it for $1. But if someone else does, you might lose it. If you two people bid $1, there's a way that the website works a tiebreaker that you can look up. But yeah, just keep that in mind. You can start bidding right now. If there are other games you think you want to pick up cheap and quick, you should be able to drop them later on. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at on things now. So I think I'm feeling pretty good because I could still drop Plucky Squire, which is probably the one I was most least certain of. Since it didn't get counterpicked, I could still drop the.
mhm.
I'm hoping it's good, but who knows? All right, how do you feel about your team there, Ankit?
Pretty good. I mean, I was already nervous about Pacific Blade. You know,
Well, you're cutting out a bit. I'm not sure. It's a little robot voice on us there.
sorry. Yeah, no, I'm worried about Pacific Blade now that it's been counterpicked.
Oh, Pacific Drive. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's a very
Oh, is that the one I
stylish
see?
game.
Yeah. Pacific Drive. Yeah, I'm worried that people it might not get it. Like, not everyone who's like writing reviews will get it. But maybe I'm wrong. I will when the game comes out. But it is counterpicked, so if it doesn't end up landing, I'm stuck with it.
Yeah, did everyone get a game counterpicked? Let's see. Counterpicked, 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 counterpicked. Every single team has one game on their roster that has been counterpicked. So that's
That's
pretty
good.
cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty fair. I like that.
That's why I had to counterpick you.
Yeah, I know it was real hard though, because my team's just so good, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You don't got the Microsoft 2024 or whatever it's called. So
Oh, trust me, I would trade out almost any game on my roster for Flight Sim.
yeah, well, yeah, sucks, huh? Oh,
I'd probably swap anything except Elden Ring, honestly.
well, you shouldn't have taken Final Fantasy 14.
I just thought there was no way that someone was going to draft that quick. I thought only I was the only one who had any interest in that. I figured the rest of y'all were going to be like, "Oh man, that's like boring. You know, that's like
What do you
drafting,
mean not have any interest in Final Fantasy 14?
huh?
You just said no one had interest in Final Fantasy 14.
No, no, no. Flight Sim, Flight Sim.
Ah, yeah, I chose that for memes.
Oh, no, I picked Dawn Trail because I picked Dawn Trail before Flight Sim because I thought there would be more interest in it than Flight Sim. Celeste, do you know what the last Flight Sim game scored on Metacritic?
No, I've never played a flight sim game. I just chose it because I knew you were interested in it.
Well, the the last Flight Sim game that came out was in 2020 and it scored a 91.
Let's hope it gets slated for 2025.
So it has been a long time since we've had another Flight Sim. The last one scored extremely high, and this one looks like it's going to be kind of amazing, to be honest, because I've said it a bunch of times, but the fact that there's like a career mode where you can take on the career, like the job of all these different types of people who work in like, I don't know, for lack of a better term, the flight industry is pretty freaking amazing. I think this game is going to score extremely well. Well, I guess that's that. I guess I could at least stop the stream for there. We could still keep hanging out and
Yeah.
talking a little bit if we want, but I'm gonna stop the stream. We'll go ahead and upload that to the streams channel, and we can
Yeah.
come back, revisit this later on in the year. Maybe we'll do like a mid-year update stream where we look over the scores and where we're standing and reevaluate things at that point. I think that could be fun, right?
Okay. Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Heck yeah. Put down in the comments whose team you like the best, who you think has the best chance here. We'll talk to y'all next time.